Number 10. The horizon always appears completely flat, 360 degrees to the observer, regardless of how high you go up. Any curvature you think you may have seen is from curved airplane windows or GoPro cameras and fisheye lenses. The reality is that the horizon never curves because we are on an endless plane. On a globe, 25,000 miles in circumference, you should see a noticeable disappearance of objects the further they are, as they would be leaving away from you and dropping below the constantly curving horizon. Number 9. The natural physics of water is to find and maintain its level. If Earth were truly a gigantic spinning ball tilting and hurling through space, then truly flat Earth's surface would not exist here. There would be a massive bulge of water in the oceans because of the curvature of the Earth. Some rivers would be impossibly flowing uphill. The Earth is an extended flat plane. This fundamental physical property of fluids finding and remaining level is consistent with experience and common sense. The water remains flat because the Earth is flat. Number 8. The Sun is much closer than we have been told. It is in fact in our atmosphere. You can see with your eyes that it is not 93 million miles away. Many times you can see the sun rays shoot out of a cloud forming a triangle. If you follow the rays to the source, it will always lead to a place above the clouds. If the sun were truly millions of miles away, all the sun rays would come in at a straight angle. Also, the sun can be seen directly above clouds, creating a hotspot on the clouds below. Number 7. If we were living on a spinning ball, airplanes would constantly have to dip their noses down every few minutes to compensate for the curvature of the Earth. In reality, they never do this. Pilots learn how to fly based on a level flat plane. Also, if the Earth was spinning the airplanes going west, we get to their destination much faster, since the Earth would be spinning in the opposite direction. In reality, planes just fly level and reach their destination easily because the Earth is stationary. Number 6. The experiment known as Airy's failure proved that the stars moved relative to a stationary Earth and not the other way around. Airy failed to prove the heliocentric theory and instead proved the geocentric model correct. Number 5. The Michelson-Morley and Sagnatt experiments attempted to measure the change in speed of light due to Earth's assumed motion through space. After measuring in every possible different direction in various locations, they failed to detect any significant change whatsoever, again proving the stationary geocentric model. Number 4. If gravity is really a force strong enough to hold the world's oceans, buildings, people, and atmosphere stuck to the surface of a spinning ball, then it is impossible for gravity to also simultaneously be weak enough to allow birds, bugs, and planes to take off and travel freely unabated in any direction. If gravity is strong enough to curve the massive expanse of oceans around a globular Earth, it would be impossible for a fish and other creatures to swim through such forcefully held water. Number 3. Ship captains, in navigating great distances at sea, never need to factor the supposed curvature of the Earth into their calculations. Both plain sailing and great circle sailing, the most popular navigation methods, use plane, not spherical trigonometry, making all mathematical calculations on the assumption the Earth is perfectly flat. The fact that many captains navigating south of the equator, assuming the globular theory, have found themselves drastically out of reckoning, more so the further south traveled, testifies to the fact the Earth is not a sphere. Number 2. If Earth were a ball, 25,000 miles in circumference, as NASA and modern astronomy claim, spherical trigonometry dictates the surface of all standing water must curve downward an easily measurable 8 inches per mile multiplied by the square of the distance. This means along a 6-mile channel of standing water, the Earth would dip 6 feet on either end from the central peak. Every time such experiments have been conducted, standing water has proven to be perfectly level, proving further that there is no curvature. Number 1. The horizon always rises to meet your eye level, no matter how high in altitude you go. Even at 20 miles up, the horizon rises to meet the observer. This is only possible if the Earth is a huge, endless flat plane. If Earth were truly a globe, no matter how large, as you ascended, the horizon would stay fixed and the observer would have to tilt downward, looking down further and further to see it.